It started out as a very somber tone, really trying to bring this vibrant community together after the recent tragedies. It is several days after the storm, and still you can see there is a lot of water in Crisfield. The building behind me has been home to a number of failed business ventures. You may remember Aqua's Italian restaurant, who opened and closed their doors in just a matter of months. A 41-year-old woman falls 3 stories to her death early this morning, experiencing extensive damage during Hurricane Sandy. After the holidays, the Maryland Food Bank typically sees their donations go way down, but this year it's even worse after Superstorm Sandy. I'm Jenn Falsetti. Find out how you can help tonight at 6. Mount Air Farms is hoping to feed thousands this Thanksgiving. I'm Jenn Falsetti. I'll have the latest on their efforts tonight at 6. All the presents along this wall are just waiting to go to the many agencies in Wycomico, Worcester, and Somerset counties. 77 families will get a very special surprise this Christmas, many of which lost everything during Superstorm Sandy. And if you're dressed up like myself or Cutter over here, you can receive a ribbon at the door.
In Salisbury.
Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News. The message of Hawk Pride rang loud and clear at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore as students and staff continue to grieve the loss of 2 students. With no suspect in handcuffs, students remain on edge.
Is it brought to your knowledge that the person responsible is still on this campus?
That's not been ruled out.
Investigators say this was an isolated incident, but are tightening security and remind students to be extra vigilant.
Traveling groups, anytime they're walking during the evening hours, campus or in the town of Princess Anne.
Thousands of students came out Tuesday to say these heinous crimes do not define their vibrant campus.
Unfortunately, it has brought us close together, and it's sad that a tragedy has to happen for us to actually come together and unite as a family.
It's been very difficult for them, but we're getting through it. We're offering them support.
As students on the campus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore try to move forward, the counseling services are stepping in to assist students. Any student can walk into the counseling center at any time during their regular hours and be seen by a specialist. Also, if you need to call a hotline after hours, that will be available as well. In Princess Anne, Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News.
Part of the problem is it's very difficult to detect.
And it's the largest trend hitting the drug scene. Electronic cigarettes being used to smoke marijuana. It's odorless, hard to detect, and instructions on how to use it are all over the internet.
We know that people are taking regular marijuana hash and using a solvent basically to clandestinely manufacture this drug. It's very potent.
The mini vaporizer can use liquid THC, hash oil, or cannabis in its whole form, which can be even more debilitating. Police say the biggest problem with the e-cannabis cigarette is that because they are so small and odorless, folks will abuse it, then get behind the wheel.
Especially when they're smoking something like this, their reactions are slowed, their driving ability is hampered. So that is a very big concern for us.
Police are having trouble keeping up because it's so easily disguised. And while no cases have been on their radar, it does not mean we're out of the woods here on the Eastern Shore.
When there's a will, there's a way. And when people start learning about this, we're sure they're going to show up eventually.
Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News. Mud, dirt, and grime, and these kids are loving every minute of it. It's the biggest day of Camp Odyssey, and certainly the messiest.
All the kids are just going to go in and just go crazy.
Awesome! It's really fun! It's really messy, that's the best part.
What's your favorite part about being in the mud?
Well, how it feels in the fire truck.
I think you need to get muddier.
Yeah.
Sure, you need to go.
Let's go!
To put the messiness of this event into perspective, here's me before. And this is me after. But at Friday's Mud Madness, a mud pioneer is being remembered. She went by the name of Queen Nerd, but in January, Jamie Landon passed away, a major part of the camp for years.
She was a huge part of this event. Yeah, she was special to all of us, very, very special.
Missed but not forgotten, mud t-shirts are being sold, all the profits going to the Jamie Landon Scholarship. Funds raised will help underprivileged children go to camp so that they can make memories like these last a lifetime. Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News. It's a domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. 24-year-old Gerard Schweiger and 23-year-old Jennifer Barnes now sit behind bars, charged with the murder of Jennifer's father, Tony Mosick. Neighbors stand in shock.
I couldn't believe he did it. I mean, they did that because he was a good guy. I mean, he just walked around with his grandkids constantly.
It all started on December 12th. Troopers responded to this home on West Street in Lipsick. According to police, Barnes and Schweiger were arrested for assaulting Mosick and were then given a no-contact order.
Witness accounts state that Jennifer Barnes was allowed back at the residence because of the 4 children that she was caring for. So the father actually allowed his daughter to come back and stay at the house, but Schweiger wasn't allowed back.
It was when Schweiger, Jennifer's boyfriend, entered the home again that things turned ugly. According to police, Schweiger stabbed Mosick multiple times. Then someone cut out a portion of the blood-soaked carpet and dumped it across the street. State police tell us the couple placed Tony Mosick's body in a 55-gallon plastic tow container. They then took that container to this spot on Route 42 in the Lipsick Bridge, where they placed his body in the water. Now police are still searching for it.
They're conducting sweeps of the area going into the tributaries of the Lipsick River using what they call is a side sonar, and apparently this will locate images that are at the bottom at the bottom of the river.
Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News. The floodwaters have receded and new light has been shed on the damage left behind from Sandy at Assateague. Trees down, debris littered on trails, parts of this pedestrian bridge completely gone, this beach shack uprooted. And in Chincoteague, it is simply too dangerous for park officials to know the extent of damages.
The parking there is at the very least 95% destroyed. We are taking it step by step. There's a lot we don't know yet about what type of repair we have to do.
But what we do know is that North Ocean Beach parking lot is the only area safe for visitation. Over in the South parking lot, sand is everywhere. Just to give you an idea of how much sand I am standing on in the South Ocean Beach parking lot, this fence down here would normally be up to here on me. Park officials gave us a tour of the damage, but say this is natural and the island is always changing.
The horses and other animals, especially the horses, have been here for 300 years. And not only have they survived during that period of time, but they've thrived.
Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News. A bittersweet send-off for those in the Maryland National Guard's 115th Police Battalion in Salisbury. Tearful goodbyes to loved ones, getting ready for a year-long deployment, first to Fort Bliss, Texas, then to Afghanistan.
The headquarters detachment from the Salisbury Armory will be going and being responsible for multiple companies to conduct military police operations in Kandahar.
The vibe at this ceremony was one of hope and confidence that everyone will return home safely. But these brave men and women aren't the only ones making the ultimate sacrifice. For Christy Collins, it's all about getting involved, sending care packages to help fill the void of a missing husband.
I felt the need really was there, that and the children, and mainly a little bit for our own personal satisfaction.
But for Elizabeth Holland, she's due to give birth to her first child any day now, facing the realization that she will be doing it alone.
I know it's going to hit me tomorrow. I'm going to bawl like a baby, I'm sure. Just knowing that now that we're married and we just got married, and now I have to see my husband leave and about to have a baby on the way, and it's just hitting me hard.
Jenn Falsetti, WMDT 47 News.